Hey, you beautiful big heads, it's your boy Zatchul, and welcome back to some more Alchemy Stars. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Desolation Codex. Now, we haven't done something like this before, but we're going to try it out, and we'll see how it evolves over time, like most things on this channel. So, we're just going to talk about the boss, the teams we use, and then some strategies that you can use to help you get better scores. Alright. Start out with the boss, the 4 knights. As the name implies, there are 4 of them. And when you hit one, the damage is then dispersed amongst all of them. That's pretty much the main thing going on with these guys. Apart from that, on the first 2 turns, they will teleport towards you. And then every 3rd turn, they will teleport to the furthest corners away from you to hit you with ranged attacks. Now, when it comes to the gimmick for this here Desolation Codex, the normal hunt, when there are units summoned by ruins on the battlefield, the summoner's attack increases by 10%. So things like Reinhardt's airstrike things, Roy's bees, Nadine's lantern, even Bethel's Frankles, anything like that, the summoner themselves will get a 10% attack increase. Now when it comes to the targeted exile, it has the same effects as the normal hunting, but with the additional effects of monsters are immune to active skill damage, chain combo damage taken increases by 30%, and normal attack damage taken is decreased by 30%. So yes, now when it comes to the teams, we're going to go over team 1, 2, and 4, and then we'll go over 3 last because it's a different beast entirely. But team 1 right here has the most damage of all my teams simply because Florine. That I'm not even going to sugarcoat it or anything else, is because of Florine. The fact that she allows me to do 2 times the number of chain combos with the target exile activated, you'll get so many points, it's kind of stupid. But yes, apart from that, we keep our supports in the middle. We have our main DPS at the end for the most part. And then Yinjel's at the front because she likes to smack enemies to get the wounded marks off to do even more damage. And then looking at teams 2 and 4, we have Mako at the front instead because more often than not, on the 2 turns that they are together, I would like to, do a chain combo that will hit them all together. And even with a low chain, most detonators can hit a wide area, opposed to most snipers who can not, for the most part. So hitting all 4 more often than not is always going to be better. That's why we have a detonator up front in this case. And then we have Wrath at the end because she is a sniper with splash, just like Reinhardt. So snipers with splash are also really good because when you're hitting one, you can splash and hit the others as well for additional damage. And same as before, we keep all the supports converters in the middle. Same thing with the last team. Finite damage dealer, Luke in the back for the sniping, and then all support in the middle. Now, interesting enough, not all summon units are the same and treated alike because with Frankle always hits for 1 while the target exile is activated because it is considered completely active skill based. Funny enough though, Sane's little doll puppet, I can't remember her name, is not treated the same way. She can go through enemies and hit them just like normal and get the full benefits and damage, and then she also has the additional effect of launching off an additional chain combo herself. So Sane is actually pretty good because apparently she doesn't care about the rules. Now, going on to Team 3, this is the team that we use to really test things out in terms of other elements because there's only so many authentic characters I have. But yes, we tried water, forest, and fire, and going back and forth between the target exile and the normal hunt to see, the benefits of doing this with a non-thunder team. And it comes out as, if you're not going to use a thunder team, you do the normal hunt because you're just losing out on way too much damage. Because one, you're already losing out on the counter damage. Then also, you're losing out on your active skill damage if you do the target exile. So you can make up for all that you're losing by just sticking to the normal hunt. And then, if you are using the thunder team, just always, even if it's not that great, do target exile. But while saying that, try, if you can, to avoid using thunder characters that need their active skill to do damage. By that I mean characters who get most of their damage from their active skill, or if their equipment skill is pretty much significantly tied to their active skill. So just make sure you're using characters that will allow you to always get as many points as possible. If the active skill is the main key component, if their active skill is the main key component, then probably don't use them. So now let's just talk about some things that might increase your score, things, little strategies that you might have just forgot about. But always make sure you're hitting them together. Turns 1 and 2, they will teleport towards you. Turn 3, they will teleport far away from you in a cross shape. And if they can't do a cross shape around you, then they'll be diagonal to you. You can always do as much damage as possible when they're all close together, because that way it won't matter that they are single, tiled enemies. If they're all clumped together around you, it will be as if they are a 2x2 enemy. Next up, characters. Detonators are your friends to keep them out for those, turns when they are close so you can get as many hits off as possible. Now, snipers are also good in the cases of Reinhardt and Wrath in this case, because they do have splash, which gives them even more damage on top of their normal chain combo. And the splash hits can also then hit these same knights again. Next up, which is really funny and simple, but raw stats matter. The main difference between my team 2 and team 4 is stats. Because if we look at my team 4 stats, we have 50, 13, 30, 35, and 50. But then if we look at team 4, it's significantly lower being 20, 1, 15, 30, and 40. So yeah, raw stats always matter. Just keep that in the back of your mind. And also, even with Team 2, Raph not even fully equipment out. So if her equipment was higher, that would allow her to get even more counter damage and just more raw stats. So just keep in mind that raw stats really do matter in terms of how much damage you're going to be doing. Next up, again, try not to use characters that focus too much on active skill damage. If your active skill just gives you some good benefit, that's fine. But if the main part of the active skill is just straight up just damage, then you probably don't want to use it if you're going to be aiming for the target exile. And then last but not least, if you're running a Thunder team, do the target exile, and if you're not, do the normal hunt. But hey, what do I know? I don't know everything. I could be wrong about some things, and we can always talk about that, because I only know my experience, and these are my experiences without mapping. So if you're like me, a man who doesn't feel like mapping, then this is probably the video for you, right? So anyways, hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you in the next one. Love you guys, and bye-bye.